Why Capricorn often feels older than their age. Have you ever walked into a room full of people your age and felt completely out of place? Not because you were awkward, not because you didn't belong, but because something inside you felt heavier, older, like you were carrying experiences and wisdom that nobody around you seemed to understand yet. If you're a Capricorn, or if you love one, you already know exactly what I'm talking about, because here's the truth that most astrology channels are afraid to say out loud. Capricorn is the sign that was born old, not in a sad way, not in a broken way, but in a way that is deeply cosmically intentional. And today, we're going to unpack exactly why, from the mythology of Saturn, to the psychological blueprint of the sea goat, to the very real lived experience of feeling like a 40-year-old in a teenager's body. Stay with me, because this video is going to explain something about yourself that you've probably never been able to put into words until now. Every sign in the zodiac has a planetary ruler. Aries has Mars, fierce, impulsive, and burning hot. Pisces has Neptune, dreamy, fluid, and mystical. But Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is not just a planet. In astrology, Saturn is the planet of time itself. Saturn is the taskmaster, the elder, the ancient one. It represents structure, responsibility, discipline, karma, and, most importantly, the passage of time. When you're born under Saturn's rulership, you don't get to just be young. Saturn hands you a briefcase on the day you arrive in this world and says, "There's work to be done. Let's get started." This is why Capricorn children often seem unusually mature. They worry about things other kids don't think about. They feel responsibility where others feel freedom. They observe the adult world around them with a kind of quiet, careful attention. Like they're studying it, like they've seen this before, because energetically, according to the ancient teachings, they have. Saturn is connected to Kronos in Greek mythology, the god of time. And Kronos didn't just measure time, he consumed it. He swallowed his own children whole, trying to prevent the future from arriving. And here's the striking symbolism in that. Capricorn often feels like time is their burden. Like the future is something to be prepared for, planned for, protected against. Like youth is something to be used efficiently, not wasted, not enjoyed carelessly, but invested wisely. This is not pessimism, this is Saturn consciousness. And it makes Capricorn feel old, because they are living inside a cosmic timeline that most people won't understand until they're decades older. Most people think of Capricorn as simply the mountain goat, disciplined, sure-footed, climbing steadily toward the top. But the true symbol of Capricorn is the sea goat, a creature with the body of a goat and the tail of a fish, half earth, half water. Half material world, half ancient mysterious depth, and this is crucial to understanding why Capricorn feels older than their years. The goat half is what you see on the surface. Pragmatic, ambitious, hard-working, responsible. That's the Capricorn everyone talks about. But the fishtail? That's the part that swims in the deep waters of the subconscious, the part that carries ancient emotional memory, the part that feels things at a depth that their controlled exterior rarely shows. Capricorn feels old because they are not just navigating this life. They are swimming through layers of emotional and spiritual depth that most people never reach until much later, if ever. This is why Capricorn can walk into a room, size up the entire energy in seconds, and know exactly what's really going on beneath the surface of every social interaction. It's not cynicism, it's wisdom sown into their soul. They've learned, either in this life or energetically, that things are not always what they appear to be, that people wear masks, that patience is more powerful than impulse, that slow and steady isn't just a strategy, it's the only strategy that actually works. That kind of knowing makes you feel ancient. Now let's get personal. because this part is where many Capricorns feel truly seen. A disproportionate number of Capricorns, more than almost any other sign, experience something in childhood that forced them to grow up fast. Maybe it was a parent who was absent, struggling, or emotionally unavailable. And Capricorn, even as a small child, took on the role of the responsible one. Maybe it was financial instability, and they learned early that security doesn't come for free. It has to be built, brick by brick, through relentless effort. Maybe it was simply a sensitivity to the weight of the world around them. Watching adults struggle, watching systems fail, watching people suffer, and feeling deep down that someone needed to be serious enough to fix things. This is Saturn in action. Saturn doesn't give Capricorn an easy, playful childhood. Saturn gives Capricorn a classroom, and the lesson is always the same. Nothing of value comes without work, without patience, without sacrifice. Now here's the important thing to understand, and I need you to really hear this. This early maturity is not a wound, it's a forge. Capricorn isn't damaged by growing up fast. They are shaped by it, refined, strengthened. The pressure doesn't crush them, it crystallizes them, like carbon becoming diamond. But that doesn't mean it doesn't leave a mark. Many Capricorns carry a quiet grief, a sense that they missed something, that while others were being carefree and childlike, they were already somewhere else in their mind, already planning, already preparing, already worrying about things that hadn't happened yet. And that grief, that quiet longing for a lightness they never quite felt, is also part of why they feel older than their age. Because they didn't just live their childhood, they survived it, and then they built from it. If this is resonating with you, if you're watching this and thinking, this is exactly how I feel and I've never heard anyone describe it so clearly, then you are in exactly the right place. Welcome to Capricorn Secrets, the channel where we go deep into what it truly means to be born under the sign of the sea goat. We don't do surface level here. We don't do generic horoscopes. We talk about the real Capricorn, the complex, powerful, misunderstood, extraordinary person behind the sign. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell, because I promise you, the content we're building on this channel is going to change how you see yourself. Now let's keep going, because we're only halfway through, and what's coming next might be the most important part of all. Here is something extraordinary about Capricorn that almost nobody talks about. They age in reverse. Most people are at their lightest, most carefree, and most spontaneous when they're young. And then life hits, responsibility piles up, dreams get deferred, the weight of reality sets in. But Capricorn comes in already carrying that weight. They arrive serious, structured, and burdened, and then slowly, beautifully, they begin to let it go. Saturn is not just the planet of limitations. Saturn is also the planet of mastery. And mastery comes with time. As Capricorn gets older, something remarkable happens. They start to relax. They've built the foundation they always needed. They've proven themselves to the world, and more importantly, to themselves. And with that proof in hand, they finally give themselves permission to breathe. Capricorns in their 40s, 50s, and beyond are often the most playful, the most free, the most vibrant people in the room. While everyone else is getting serious, Capricorn is finally letting go of seriousness. While others are mourning their youth, Capricorn is discovering that they're just now starting to enjoy life in a way they never allowed themselves to before. This is the divine design of Saturn. You carry the burden first, and then, when you've earned it, you get to put it down. This is why the most joyful, liberated, deeply alive people you'll ever meet are often Capricorns who've crossed into the second half of their lives. They've waited a long time to feel this free. And it was worth every single year. Now I want to take us somewhere a little deeper, because if we're going to truly understand why Capricorn feels older than their age, we have to acknowledge something that goes beyond psychology and beyond astrology charts. Many spiritual traditions believe that souls return to Earth again and again, accumulating wisdom, karma, and experience with each lifetime. And if that's true, even as a metaphor, even if you're skeptical of the literal interpretation, then Capricorn makes perfect sense as an archetype for the old soul. An old soul doesn't just feel mature. An old soul carries a kind of knowing that doesn't come from this lifetime alone. They recognize patterns that others can't see. They feel a deep sense of purpose that they can't always explain. They're drawn to the ancient, to history, to tradition, to things built to last. They feel a resonance with wisdom that predates them. And here's the thing about old souls. They are lonely in a very specific way. It's not loneliness from lack of connection. Capricorns can connect deeply, meaningfully, loyally. It's the loneliness of understanding the world at a frequency that most people around them can't quite match. It's the loneliness of knowing at 17 what most people won't understand until they're 45. It's the loneliness of seeing clearly in a world that is often very confused. But here's the gift inside that loneliness. Old souls attract other old souls. The people who are drawn to Capricorn, truly drawn, not just superficially attracted, are people of depth, people of substance, people who have lived something and come out the other side with more wisdom than bitterness. Capricorn doesn't need a crowd. They need the right people, and they find them, always, because depth calls to depth. Let's bring this all the way down to earth for a moment. Because feeling older than your age isn't just a spiritual concept. It shows up in very concrete, very daily ways for Capricorn. In relationships, Capricorn often finds themselves frustrated with immaturity. They have little patience for games, for drama, for people who won't be direct. They want partners who are ready for real commitment, real depth, real conversation. This can make Capricorn seem cold or distant when really they're just operating on a different emotional timeline. In friendships, Capricorn tends to prefer one deep connection over 10 shallow ones. They don't need a social calendar packed with events. They need one person they can call at midnight who will actually have something meaningful to say. In their career, Capricorn often outperforms people twice their age. Not because they're smarter, but because they understand something most young professionals don't. Consistency is more powerful than brilliance. Showing up, doing the work, every day, that's Capricorn's superpower. In daily life, Capricorn is the person who researches before deciding, plans before acting, and always has a backup plan. They aren't paranoid, they're prepared. And they've learned, usually the hard way, that preparation is what separates those who make it from those who don't. All of this is exhausting sometimes. Being the responsible one, being the dependable one, being the one who sees what others miss. And Capricorn deserves to hear this. It's okay to rest. It's okay to not have a plan sometimes. It's okay to be irresponsible for an afternoon. It's okay to play, to laugh loudly, to do something that has no productive purpose whatsoever. Saturn can wait. You are allowed to just be human sometimes. So let's bring it all together. Capricorn feels older than their age because they are older. In soul, in energy, in the cosmic journey they agreed to take when they chose to be born under the sign of Saturn. They carry the weight of time because they were built to transform that weight into something extraordinary, into legacy, into mastery, into a life that actually means something. They grow up fast so they can grow free later. They feel ancient so that, eventually, they can show the rest of us what it looks like to truly arrive. If you're a Capricorn watching this, I hope you feel seen, I hope you feel understood, and I hope you carry a little more compassion for yourself the next time you feel out of step with the world around you. You're not broken. You're not strange. You're not too serious or too intense or too much. You are exactly who Saturn designed you to be. And that is one of the most powerful things a person can be. If this video spoke to you, and I mean really spoke to you, I want to invite you to become a permanent part of our community here at Capricorn Secrets. This channel exists for you, for the Capricorns who are tired of being misunderstood, for the ones who want to go deeper than generic sun sign content, for the ones who are ready to truly understand the extraordinary soul they were born with. Subscribe to Capricorn Secrets right now. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you know someone, a Capricorn in your life who needs to hear this, share this video with them today. Because the best gift you can give a Capricorn is proof that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next one.